Hello again and welcome to my channel. Before we start with this item, let me thank you all for your comments, your suggestions, your encouragement, and even your congratulations. It's something I really, I really appreciate that. Today I was going to make a video about the new coming analog productions Genesis sell in England by the pound, 45 RPM, 2 LPs, and this time, thank God, no box. The thing is that before I started making this video, order the item. If you've seen my prior videos, right? I usually make a list of pros and cons, in favor, against, and try to make up my mind before forking out over 50 or 60 dollars, pounds, euros, whatever. The thing is, and I have to be honest about it, and I want to be honest in this channel and put things in perspective. I've heard a vinyl rip of the 45 RPM. It's on YouTube for anyone to get. Downloaded it, burned it onto a CD, and listened to it. I like what I listen to, and I just in a heartbeat decided to order. As I say, something I don't usually do. The item is on its way. It'll be here in no time, probably next week. And I'll make a video comparing that present to what I have and to what I've heard over the years. Something that I want to emphasize is that Genesis selling England by the pound is not just any record for me. It's not one of my favorite Genesis records. It's one of my favorite records of all, right? I bought it in 1977. I got lots of memories. I know the lyrics by heart. I play it many times. And I share this feeling with a lot of people that mean a lot to me. So we're just not talking about any record to me. Over the years, I've had like 5 copies, right? And I've ended up with these 3, thanks mainly to people that I want to thank you if they're watching for just by chance, right? That led me to presents which were inexpensive and sounded better than the original pressing, right? The first one I bought, which is this one, you can still see the price there, $3.99, right? It's a Porky pressing. It's in near mint condition. It sounds very good, and I never felt the need to upgrade this one, right? But as time went by, we had the EMI 100, if memory serves, which I didn't like because it was a bit too bright for me. Then a few years later, and that was going to be the best of all, because you know what these people do? They just say, oh, this is the best this item can sound, right? You haven't heard this album until you've got this copy, right? They say this every time there's a new reissue. So anyway, I didn't like it. I sold it online. And then a few years later, it was the classic records, which I passed on, and I think that was it for the last 2 or 3 decades. But only a few months ago, some very well-intentioned people pointed me to this too, which are early UK pressings, right? One is from 1975, right, with a small Manhattan label, pink, and late 70s, 1980 UK reissue, right? And I must say, there's these 2, both of them sound better than my original Porky pressing. The giveaway is the drums, right? The drums in this copy, if you pay attention, they don't sound really good. It's like, I don't know, if Phil Collins were banging on cardboard boxes or something like that, right? But I was so used to the record that I never really pay attention to certain things, like the bass, right? You can hardly hear any bass here. It's not very good, right? And it's much better in these two copies. Uh, Going back to the analog productions, I listened carefully to the rig through my main rig, and as I said, it was only a CD, but I like quite a lot what I heard. So let's see what happens. As I say, it'll be here in a week or so. I'll make a video of it, so please subscribe to get notified. And I promise to make a fair and honest comparison, right, of these copies and what I get. I must also say that once I had already ordered the item, I found out that in the States, which got the item first, of course, some people complained about age warps. Other people complained about noise at the beginning of Dancing with the Moon at Night, and some other issues. So I don't think quality control is the best you can hope for. In the States, you pay 65 for the record, but Europe and UK is 90 or 95, right? So you have to give it, you have to give it a thought, right? But something I didn't like, because I was checking for information about this, was a YouTube video I watched the other day entitled No Words Needed. It was about a minute long, and it was one of the best vinyl equipment I have ever seen, with the new AP item sounding in the background, right? And I thought to myself, well, what does that mean? No words needed. Does that mean that I've got such a good equipment and this sounds so good that you're not even worth my time to explain that you have to get this new pressing? And the funny thing was that the guy that made the video has a shop, a web line, sorry, an online workshop where he sells the record. Funny, isn't it? It reminded me, maybe the oldest of you remember, right? The silent movie with Chaplin and Jackie Coogan, right? It was called The Kid. Whereas they were sort of like sidekicks, right? And the kid used to throw stones at glass panels in people's houses, right? Only he did that so that Chaplin, who was a glazier, could be paid to repair them, right? So, I mean, things change, but people don't. Anyway, it's business, it's understandable, but I would have expected more information or a detailed comparison. That it seems is not necessary because the incoming item is so good that there's no need to say anything. Well, I do have to say something about it. I will say it in my next video, right? Also, be aware that there's an SACD coming as well, most likely with the same mastering, and is half the price. So that's well, an alternative, right? If if you don't want to pay so much. And I mean, the thing about the incredible vinyl system, right, reminded me of another YouTube channel, right, run by a guy who goes by the name of PB Thal, right? Patrick is the name, right? And this man was really popular, right, at the beginning of the century, right, for people who love vinyl like me, right, because he used to upload for free fantastic vinyl rips of original albums, first pressings, and you name it. Right, so it gave most of us the chance to listen to an album before purchasing. Right, and he has a section called the audiophile test. Which is really good, right? He gets several audiophiles, right, to do a blind test, right? And he plays snippets of several copies of an album, right? And they have to pick their favorite, right? I'll just tell you, and the result, the outcome is incredible, right? He did it with the mono revolver, right? And he used a UK first pressing. He used the 2014 reissue, a 1982 Japanese red wax mono, and a couple of others I don't remember. Now, you know the outcome of this? 46% of the audiophiles picked the Japanese in a blind test. Nearly 15% picked the UK mono. Makes you think. He did the same thing with a few others. I remember now. Yes, Fragile, right? And he used an original. He used the Steve Hoffman's mastering. He used the Steve Wilson and some others. And you know who came on top? The Steve Wilson remix. That makes you think, right? Because these are audiophiles, have very good equipment and golden ears, of course. And you see what happens, right, when you sometimes uh, bite more than you can chew, right? If I may say so. Anyway, let's leave it for the time being. There's no point without the new copy. And as I said, please subscribe, leave your comments, your feedback. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back in a week or so, and with a fair and honest comparison of what I have in normal gear, right? In entry level or mid entry level, which I think is that what we all have, right? And not $100,000 or pounds equipment. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and see you soon. Bye for now. Take care.